Hold on tight, BUCS fans, because something massive is going down in Tampa Bay. In just the last 24 hours, 3 shocking things have happened that could change everything for the Buccaneers. I'm talking about major disrespect, a dangerous defender ready to explode, and a quarterback twist that could shake up the entire league. This could be the biggest turning point for the BUCS in years, and trust me, you need to hear this. What's going on in Tampa Bay? Because right now, the Buccaneers aren't just making noise. They're in the middle of a storm that could change the entire NFL picture. In the last day alone, 3 huge stories have exploded. And these aren't just any updates, they could completely reshape how far the BUCS can go this season. This is about raw emotion, high stakes, and game-changing moments. First, there's been disrespect, not just a little, but a major insult to the very man who helped build our championship team. Then there's a dangerous defensive player, quietly preparing to unleash chaos on quarterbacks across the league. And last but not least, a quarterback twist that's already turning heads and could create the biggest free agent buzz in the NFL. Everything is shifting. The BUCS are moving pieces like a master chess player while other teams are falling apart. But somehow, our general manager, the mastermind behind it all, is getting completely overlooked. Let's talk about that first. A brand new ranking of NFL general managers just came out, and it disrespected the man who built our Super Bowl team. Jason Licht, the architect who brought Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski to Tampa Bay, was ranked only 10th. Let that sink in. The man who built us into champions, placed at number 10? That's outrageous. And it gets worse. This is also the guy who took a bold shot on Baker Mayfield, a move everyone doubted. And now that decision is proving to be one of the smartest gambles in recent NFL memory. Let's not forget, 4 straight NFC South titles. 4. That's not luck. That's leadership, vision, and execution. While other teams are still trying to figure things out, Licht has kept Tampa Bay winning, year after year. He's built something real, and it's time the rest of the league started giving him the credit he deserves. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers aren't rebuilding, they're reloading. And the man behind this powerful reset? None other than Jason Licht, the underrated mastermind running the show. Let's break down what he's done. This isn't just about bringing Tom Brady to Tampa. Licht didn't stop at signing a legendary quarterback. He built an entire machine around him. He gave Brady weapons like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, turned Leonard Fournette into a scoring threat again, and pieced together a defense that could dominate just as much as the offense. Every move was calculated. Every piece had a purpose. But where Jason Licht's genius really shines is what happened after Brady left. Most teams fall apart when their star quarterback retires. Not the BUCS. Licht didn't panic. He didn't blow it all up and start over. He bet on Baker Mayfield, a move almost everyone criticized. But Licht saw something others didn't. And guess what happened? Baker Mayfield balled out. Over 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns. He didn't just hold the team together, he led them back to the playoffs. That move alone should have silenced every critic. But Licht wasn't done. He went into the draft and pulled off another masterclass. Names like Bucky Irving, Jalen McMillan, and Emeka Egbuka. Those weren't just picks, they were weapons. While other teams are missing on their first rounders, Licht is finding stars in the later rounds. He's building depth, upgrading every position, and keeping the offensive line strong and steady. That's how you win in the NFL, by building teams, not just collecting talent. Then, in free agency, he landed Haason Reddick, a proven sack machine, on an absolute bargain. More on that in a second. Now, let's be real. If other GMs like Howie Roseman, Brett Veach, and Les Snead get the praise, fine. But ranking Jason Licht at number 10? After everything he's done? That's blatant disrespect. The man has kept Tampa competitive, aggressive, and dangerous while others are rebuilding. But here's the truth. That disrespect is fuel. Tampa Bay has always been better when the world doubts them, when analysts count them out, when fans of other teams stop paying attention. That's when the BUCS strike hardest. And speaking of people being forgotten, there's one defender on this roster who is about to wake up the NFL in the most terrifying way possible. Haason Reddick. The man is a sleeping giant, and he's about to go on a revenge tour. CBS Sports just named him Tampa's biggest under-the-radar weapon in the NFC. And let me tell you, they got this one right. From 2020 to 2023, Haason Reddick was a monster. He totaled 50.5 sacks. That's the fourth most in the entire league over that time. Quarterbacks feared him. Offensive lines couldn't stop him. He was fast, violent, and everywhere on the field. But then came 2024. A holdout. A messy contract situation with the Jets. He didn't play until week 8. He was barely on the field, and when he was, he didn't look like himself. Just 1 sack in 10 games. That season wrecked his value, but it gave the BUCS a golden opportunity. They swooped in and signed him to a 1-year, $14 million deal with $12 million guaranteed. That's a steal. Other teams were scared off by one bad year. But Tampa, they saw through it. They saw the real Reddick, the one who terrorized the NFL just 1 season ago. Now he's got something to prove. And the league better be ready, because this man is playing for respect, redemption, and revenge. Jason Licht didn't hesitate. He saw the moment and he took it. While other teams passed on Haason Reddick, scared by 1 down year, Licht trusted his gut and his eyes. And now, the BUCS might have just landed the biggest defensive steal of the offseason. Here's why this move has me absolutely fired up. Reddick is 30 years old, and yeah, he's coming off the worst statistical season of his career. Only 1 sack in 10 games. But that wasn't who he really is. That was a fluke, not a fall-off. And Haason knows it. He knows the league is doubting him. He knows this might be his last shot to prove he's still elite. And let me tell you, when you give a hungry pass rusher a second chance, you better believe he's going to eat quarterbacks alive. Now imagine pairing that hunger with the genius of Todd Bowles. This isn't just any defensive coordinator. This is a mad scientist who turns raw power into unstoppable forces. Bowles knows how to use speed, strength, and technique to create nightmare matchups. He knows how to unleash chaos from every angle. And with Reddick in his system? Oh man, the NFL better be ready. We're not just talking about talent here. We're talking about the right talent in the right system at the perfect time. And don't just take my word for it. Even Garrett Podell from CBS Sports called it. With a full offseason in Tampa, no contract drama, no distractions, Reddick could absolutely return to his Pro Bowl form. This year, he's focused. No holdouts. No headlines. Just sweat, grind, and pure football. He didn't show up to OTAs. But behind the scenes, he's working like a beast. Getting his body right. Locking in mentally. Because he knows this might be the most important season of his career. And once mandatory minicamp arrives, once he steps into Todd Bowles' defense, once he looks around and sees Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Baker Mayfield, and a defense hungry for another title, that's when he becomes more than a player. That's when he becomes our secret weapon. Everyone's watching our offense. Everyone's talking about Mayfield and the wideouts. But while their eyes are elsewhere, Haason Reddick will be coming off the edge like a missile. He's not just playing to win. He's playing like his career depends on every snap. And now, just when we thought things couldn't get crazier, the football gods dropped a green and gold gift right into our lap. BUCS Nation, hold tight, because this next piece could complete the puzzle. The Green Bay Packers just released Jaire Alexander, a 2-time Pro Bowler, one of the best cornerbacks in the entire league. Let that sink in. An elite, lockdown, coverage specialist just cut loose. Why? Because Green Bay didn't want to deal with his contract. His $16.2 million salary was too heavy. They couldn't trade him, so instead, they let him walk. They'll eat over $17 million in dead cap just to get him off the books. That's desperation. That's a mistake. And for Tampa Bay, that could be our golden opportunity. Jaire Alexander could be the final piece that turns our defense from solid to legendary. Look at his numbers when healthy. Just back in 2022, right after his $84 million extension, he had 56 tackles, 5 interceptions, and 14 pass breakups. He wasn't just good, he was a shutdown wall in the secondary. Yes, he's had injuries. Yes, he's missed games. But if he's healthy now, and Tampa pounces, this could be one of the most impactful signings in recent franchise history. Imagine it. Reddick rushing the passer. Alexander locking down receivers. Baker leading a high-powered offense. Everything is coming together. The stars are aligning. Let me ask you something, BUCS Nation. What elite player hasn't battled injuries? It happens. But here's what separates the great ones. They come back stronger, hungrier, and more dangerous than ever. And Jaire Alexander? Oh, he's not done. Not even close. This guy has top-tier talent, championship-level instincts, and lockdown ability that most teams only dream about. Now picture this. Alexander signs with Tampa Bay on a short-term, prove-it deal. He walks in, fueled by anger after being cut loose by Green Bay, a team that gave up on him too soon. He's got something to prove, and Tampa Bay gives him the perfect stage to do it. Now let that vision sink in. Todd Bowles, the mastermind of chaos, gets his hands on a Pro Bowl corner with a chip on his shoulder. He lines him up in our already dangerous secondary. He lets him play aggressive, physical, fast. And now, suddenly, we've got a defense that can go toe-to-toe with any offense in the league. This isn't just a good fit. It's the perfect storm. You've got Haason Reddick bringing relentless heat off the edge. You've got Baker and the boys on offense ready to put up points in bunches. And now, you might have a shutdown artist on the back end, erasing the opposing team's #1 receiver every single week. This defense would be scary. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, they know exactly what it's like to battle elite corners. You don't think they'd love having one of those guys on their side for once? And here's what makes this even more brilliant. Alexander knows he needs to bounce back. That means he won't come demanding a monster deal. He'll likely take a reasonable 1-year contract, betting on himself to ball out and cash in next offseason. That's the kind of hungry, motivated player who thrives in Tampa Bay. We've seen it already. Look at Baker Mayfield. Everyone doubted him. Jason Licht believed. And now look, Baker turned doubt into dominance. And Licht? He's become the king of spotting undervalued gold. This could be Jason Licht's final masterstroke, a move that shocks the league and completes our transformation into a Super Bowl-caliber team. While other teams back off because of old injuries, while other GMs get scared by a contract number, Tampa Bay has the chance to swoop in and steal a game-changer. And make no mistake, Jaire Alexander in pewter and orange could be the missing piece that makes this defense legendary. If you believe Jaire belongs in Tampa, smash that like button right now. Drop a comment and tell us, how would this defense look with Alexander, Reddick, and the rest of our rising stars locking down the field? And don't forget, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Because if this deal happens, and if the BUCS keep making moves like this free agency period is about to become one for the history books. The stars are lining up. The pieces are falling into place. Jason Licht is building something special. Through the draft, through smart free agent picks, through heart and strategy. Haason Reddick is locked in for a revenge season. Jaire Alexander might be next. And this team, it's not just hoping for a championship, it's starting to feel like destiny. BUCS Nation, are you ready? Because whether the rest of the league believes it or not, Tampa Bay is coming. And this just might be the most complete, most dangerous, most championship-ready team in franchise history.